less and less. My type of weather. Just like the vibe, like I allow myself to have, you know what I'm saying? Like when it's this type of weather, you know, tight, dark outside, but not really. Like it can be so many vibes with so many different things. It's all about you. Our poor brown people used to get beat every time they did something master didn't like, or every time they didn't do what master say. Parents, you not gonna listen? Nah, you gonna do what I say. I'm the parent. Now lay your ass down. Don't see a big difference. Oh, now lay your ass down. Better? Don't see a big difference foundationally. Can change master and parent. Can change master and parent. Be so similar. Shit's sad. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the what I talked about, the foundational shit. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that, you know, people aren't expressing, aren't acting like they aren't aware of it, or who aren't aware of it because, you know, they don't want to allow them, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the reason is, you know what I'm saying? It's just, people are so situational wise, and it's like foundationally, shit's so similar, the same. Y'all, like, I love my parents but want to leave. Like, just sit and think about that. No, we don't truly understand what love is, but we use it as a positive thing. So although we don't truly know the feeling or can't describe it, how to be in love, we understand it makes you feel good. So loving somebody else means your relationship is positive. Your relationship makes you feel good in a way. So why would you want that to end? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? If you have these feelings and are aware of them and actually, you know what I'm saying, evaluate them or identify them or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then you say these things, then it's like, wait, you know what I'm saying, that's not matching up. Or if you're feeling this one way and you're saying you're feeling, you know, what you're saying is, you know, I love them, this, and that, then it's like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, you intentionally not matching up with what you're feeling, you know, just because of, you know, you don't want to face it, you don't want to believe it, you want to convince yourself you're feeling this, and that, of what, you know, family is, and, you know, what guilt they made you feel, or, you know, what pressure you're putting on yourself that you're supposed to, you know, hold this relationship together, that you're supposed to, you know, always fix the relationship, always try to grow the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like, regardless of who's involved in a relationship, this is not a one person thing, you know, this is not a you build, and the other person just tears down. Like, you keep trying to build this shit and then motherfucker just keep coming and tearing it all down. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking building blocks or whatever, somebody keep coming by and knocking it down, and then looking at you like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You know, and then you just try to put the blocks back together. Or you say this, and that, and then you put the blocks back together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, regardless of, you know what I'm saying, what you're expressing, this, and that, they're still knocking it down and you're still putting the blocks back together. You know what I'm saying? So if that's going to keep happening foundationally, it doesn't matter, you know, situational of what this and that, if the situation changed, if the person has changed in this sort of way, if you have changed in this, it doesn't matter, because this person is always knocking this shit down and you're always building it back up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so many, you know, different, you know, situations, obviously, but it's like, that isn't healthy. You know what I'm saying? You're doing, yeah, you're, you know, not being able to express your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And it's more about you, you know, because you're feeling these things and you're not, you know, you're not acting on them. You're not really listening to them. You don't have a problem with what you're feeling because you aren't trying to feel differently. You aren't trying to stop this feeling. And you try, you know what I'm saying, through a process of, hey, you expressing yourself or this and that to them. But it's like, after time and time again of them, you know what I'm saying, not changing, them, you know what I'm saying, putting you down, this and that, it's like, okay, you know, that is, you know, what it is, and I'm still feeling this feeling, you know what I'm saying, and I can't give the power of that situation and them to why I'm feeling this way, you know what I'm saying, I'm in control of that, you know, and understanding and giving yourself options, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, I can try, don't work out, I want to leave, you know what I'm saying, I gotta leave, you know what I'm saying, for your body, for your peace, for not feeling this feeling anymore, you know what I'm saying, and now you feel much lighter, now this is just like, just this circle. The least you can do is clean, or this and that, because I pay the bills, I didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask to be here. So, you know, it's like within, you know, people and within the world, or you know what I'm saying, this and that, okay, let's figure shit out. You know, y'all didn't, you know, had this child, and you know what I'm saying, now this is what is. You know what I'm saying? So let's work together. Let's not some fucking, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. The least you can do, you owe me this, you should be good. Like I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, even I say, you know, be grateful for this and that, you know what I'm saying? Because just within, you know what I'm saying, kindness and being positive and, things like that, but it's like, you ain't gotta be grateful for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like, just within a what is type of shit, like, you knew what came with doing what you did in order to have a child. That child had no control over anything. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just evaluating what is, and you know, obviously then, okay, that's what is, now this and that, you know what I'm saying, now does this child go and, you know, treat people rudely and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, does this child go and, you know what I'm saying, obviously we still, you know, we want to be kind of others, we don't want to harm others, you know, we humans, we, you know, all together within other species within, you know, our home and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if we're not able to identify, you know, what is, then it's like we have shit like that, where we have humans who go, you know what I'm saying, you owe me, you ought to be grateful for this and that, and try to use that against you and all this bullshit because of the way this shit is constructed, you know what I'm saying, because of the way they have this so-called ownership over you, because of the way, you know, you're, you know, put into, you know, whatever building you're put into, and then it's like, you know, you got nowhere else to go, so you got to do this and that, and that's just, you know, you're 14, you don't get to say no, I'm the parent. Like what? Right? It's just a once again, you know, what I just talked about. It's just another dynamic thing. It's just another, you know, I'm this and you're that. You know, not we're human, you know, let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? You got knowledge in this, I got knowledge in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know, because, like, we're different, so, but it's not like, you know, role, okay, this is your role, this is my role, okay, let's, you know what I'm saying? You do that, you better, like, it's like, you know, when you have that type of dynamic, when you have, you know, that type of person that's always, you know, I say, this, and that, then it's like, you know, there's no growth within either party. You know what I'm saying? There's no evaluations. There's no, you know, working shit out. There's no, you know, changing. There's no you growing. There's no, like, you can't, like, what is anybody gaining from that? You know what I'm saying? What is the child learning from that? You know what I'm saying? Being told that all the fucking time, and now at this so-called age of 18, now they say you're out of my house, and now you got to figure it out. But you don't know how to figure it out, because every time it was always what the so-called parents said, and you just always, you know, waited for the parent to say what to do. Because if you did, you know what I'm saying, what you wanted, or you did something, then you would get in trouble. You would be punished for it, or this, and that. You know, so you have no practice in it. You don't know how to figure shit out. You don't know how to be in your brain and, you know, evaluate shit and, you know what I'm saying, make a decision. You know, it's like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. You know, and then this is when people go make poor decisions. This is when people just, you know, don't know and just do whatever. This is when, like, this is how it happens. Crazy how parents are like, do what you want when you're an adult, but in this house, you do what I say. This nigga on the road. All situational type shit, but you see foundationally. Like, and it's like I'm really, cause I'm like, what's the logic? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so, this, you know, label stuff. It's so this, you know, society or what people said is this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like adult, like 18, like this, like house, like ownership. You know what I'm saying? It's so much of the you owe me. You know what I'm saying? It's so much of the you owe me. It's so much of, you know, debt. You know what I'm saying? And somebody owing you. And if you're in debt or if you're in owe of somebody, then you are at a disadvantage. Then you're so-called less, you know, in power or whatever. You know, because this person is holding over you or whatever it is, you know, and that's why the world is the way it is, because of this debt situation and this power being within that situation that people give it. You know what I'm saying? It's like within, you know, so many situations, always like, you know, this person is in control of this, and that, so you don't do this, and that. You know, like within your job, you have a higher person, you know what I'm saying? And they can tell you this, and that, and you can't really, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I mean, it's so many situations like that. And it's not a figure out. It's not a this, and that. It's not a, let's actually see, you know what I'm saying, what they're talking about, what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Is that healthy? Is that unhealthy? There's no figuring out, you know what I'm saying? So the reason that, you know, shit is the way it is and the way we go about things and why it's so like just, you know, not about, you know, humans and the way we live and not really fitting to the shit we do or whatever, because it's just this pre-shit that people came up with, you know, whether it was from that time or whether, you know, they just felt that that was that. and then they just said that this is this, and y'all gotta all abide by this and follow this. You know, and that does nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? Shit should be constantly changing. You know, laws should be, you know, fuck laws, but within whatever, laws should be constantly changing. Different shit should be constantly changing. You know what I'm saying? We should always be constantly changing our mindset. You know what I'm saying? The words we use, the way we're talking, this, and that, you know, whatever, how we're communicating, how we're moving, how we're, you know what I'm saying, greeting each other, how we're, you know what I'm saying, treating others, treating animals, treating plants, treating, you know, materials, treating objects, like, everything should be changing. Everything should be evaluated. It should always be, you know what I'm saying, growing. You know, and we're so just set into, you know, what was, and so set into what you got going on right now, that you don't ever want to go and do anything, that you don't ever want to go and be anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because of this, and that. But it's like, I mean, if y'all do it, then, you know, yeah, it's tough. Saw this vid of this guy who got their haircut. The cut was short. He showed his parents and they were mad, telling him he isn't a boy, telling him he's in trouble. So they grounded him, took away belongings, and went through their phone. Obviously, he's been going behind their back because they aren't supporting him on this journey. He feels happy. He's like researching different trends things and buying certain things because they can help him see what he feels. They went through their phone, found the things he bought, and threw them out. Like, you know, it's like how I talk about, you know what I'm saying, like, don't tell your parents, you know, you're gay. You know, this is, like I say, you know, situational. Put your situation in it. Don't tell your parents you're like, listen, like, damn, it's so fucking tough. You know what I'm saying, that you feeling this thing and you're able to go get a haircut and you're able to buy these things to see what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? But you're in a situation with people who won't allow those things. Regardless of what you do, they'll find something, you know what I'm saying, because they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So they'll find something and they'll give themselves a reason to do whatever, you know, and don't allow you to go through with things that they don't like for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And within, you know, that situation, you know what I'm saying, obviously me not knowing the whole thing or whatever, but it's like, within getting a fucking haircut, and it wasn't even like no fucking like I say, I mean, what's a boy haircut? What's a girl haircut? But I mean, it was just short, but it wasn't like no fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Either way, he had, I guess, long hair. I don't really remember if he showed it or not, but he had like long hair and he cut it short. So I mean, you know, they could be like, my little girl, this is that, I don't know. But, you know, the things, like I be saying, it's like, y'all do it to yourselves as far as, you know, the so-called parents doing these fucking gender reveals and fucking treating them this certain way because of what they look like and what they so-called supposed to be like. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, who said that was a girl? Who the fuck said that you had to treat that human being like this, and that, and expect all these things from that human being because of the way they look? Like, who told you to do that? You know what I'm saying? You decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of all this pre-shit, you decided to do that with your child. Yes, ignorant to this, and that, and now you're presented with an opportunity to become knowledgeable with this human that's right in front of you. And no, you're not. You're deciding to be hateful. You're deciding to fight against it. You're deciding to fucking worsen the experience of your child's life when they're already struggling of feeling this thing inside and not seeing it. They're already struggling of not seeing people, you know, similar to them, people they can relate to. They're already struggling with people who are calling them these things that y'all are now calling. You know what I'm saying? It's like the people that they could so-called go to, you know, are now not the people they could go to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, what is what? You know? And it's like, y'all just gotta, you know, like I say, you gotta get a foundation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm sorry, but it's like you you know, you can't risk it. You know what I'm saying? Especially putting yourself through the highs and lows of, you know, finally, you know, beginning a journey of maybe like physical stuff and, you know, like buying things and getting a haircut or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you start the journey of mental and it, you know, accepting and kind of, you know, slowly expressing certain things or this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's situational and it's tough. You know, but why put yourself through those, you know, different type physical things? You know what I'm saying? And then at any chance it could be taken away. You know, at any chance, you know, you could be punished for it. At any chance, you could be really put at a certain disadvantage and be put out on your ass. And now you really ain't got, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, you just trying to be you, but within you trying to be you, you know what I'm saying, sadly comes with horrible, punishable, negative consequences. You know what I'm saying, that others put onto you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look out for you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, it's tough, you know, that you're not able to express yourself and do the things you want to do and try the things you want to try and this and that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you gotta understand, you know, what is, you know what I'm saying, and make decisions about that. Kids don't want their parents to be seen as bad or want to hurt them, which is sweet and nice, and it sucks that they feel opposite and treat you like shit. Kids still feel the need to say they're good people, they just blah 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 and makes excuses. Like, first, I mean, who good or who bad? But to this point, no. A good person is caring and supportive, point blank, period. Regardless of the different situations, each situation, they should be caring and supportive. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, you know, who's bad, who's good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, within caring and support and those two labels, you know, within what you've associated with those, you know what I'm saying, could be a big part of, you know, just talking like, you know, generalized, you know, could be a big part of, you know what I'm saying, some people be like, oh, well, that's not caring and supporting. Well, that's not, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, caring and supporting can be so many things, can look like so many things, you know, can be done in so many ways, you know what I'm saying? Can be, you know, expressed, you know, shown, communicated in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? So there's not just this it thing of caring and supportive. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know when it's not caring. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and it's like, if you're confused or if you're, you know, like I say, you know, don't really know, or, you know, this and that, you know, there goes the healthy communication and try to see, you know, where is that person coming from? What is their intention? You know what I'm saying? Why did they say this? Why did they do this? You know, and it's like, if they just, you know, I'm just caring and supporting, and they're trying to use, you know, those words, you know, for convenient reasons, then it's like, you know, there's nothing I can do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if they actually explain this and that about their actions, then it's like, okay, you know, that kind of makes sense. It kind of matches up with their actions. And when y'all communicate, you could be like, oh, I didn't really appreciate that. That just didn't really, you know, I didn't really agree with that one. Or, you know, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But you can always see through their actions, you know, that, you know, those words weren't just, you know, for convenient purposes to ease your mind and shut you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can now give power to those words, you know, when they say certain things, when they say they do care for you, when they say they are supporting you, you know, because they have, you know, been supporting you in so many ways, you know, and cheering you on in so many ways, you know, so. You obey parents more when you're less experienced, so they like you more. So it seemed better because they were nice. You know, they genuinely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about, you know, those, you know, people with those parent labels, you know, what they would say about that. But it's like, you know, there's a lot of them who really enjoys power and control, you know, and it was, you know, this, you know, fun time because they actually were nice, because they actually fucked with you. You know what I'm saying? You were doing what they say, you know what I'm saying, when you slipped up or whatever, they were able to, tell you something, you stopped it right there, and this and that, and they did what you said, they did the activities you made them do. This is like, it's, they're living life, this is what having a kid is, this and that, so it's like, they're really, loving it within a sense, and then it's like, you start thinking of shit on your own. You start seeing shit and evaluating that, get inspired by different things, influenced by different things, having your own thoughts about different things, going against what they're saying, expressing what you're feeling, understand what you're feeling, processing it, evaluating them, evaluating certain situations, evaluating, what I'm saying? Then it's like, they not, it's too much fight back. It's too much this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's this, teenagers, thing of like, they're just being teenagers. What does that mean? Like, listen to your fucking child. They're just being teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your child. You know what I'm saying? Have healthy conversations with your child. See where your child is coming from. Evaluate your child. Watch your child actions. Like, this is like what? Like, once again, human beings. This isn't just all of the, like, just a certain mode, a certain phase, this is like that isn't what this is. These aren't phases of life. That's not what this is. This is how people are reacting, and we have fucking, what is it? We have reactors, and we have fucking, what are the people who make you react to certain shit or shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you are a certain way or grow into a certain way, you know what I'm saying, from, that one time. And it's like, you have these people who, teenagers, a phase, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And then, now you reacted, it's like a, I don't know. It's like, it's the way the situations are being handled. You know what I'm saying? You have a way that you so-called treat babies. You have a way that you so-called treat toddlers. You have a way that you so-called treat teenagers. You have a way that you so-called treat, adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always this, you have a way type shit. So people are kind of being constructed in a very similar way. You know what I'm saying? From, the baby, from, listen. So it's like, it's because of, hey, it's kind of just this out of the blue thing, because you were, telling the less experienced child, human, everything, and they were just, believing everything, because what do they know? You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about this world, or how, what y'all are constructed, or, are living, or this and that. So it's just like what you're being told, and you're telling them no, you're telling them that's fine, you're telling them it's this way, you know what I'm saying? And they just do that. They're looking at you, and, like, this is how it is. Like, yeah, I mean, that's huge. Like this isn't just the way humans are. You know what I'm saying? This is very reactive. Like I say, if we treated babies a different way, treated toddlers different, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just the way people are being treated, the way they're being communicated to, the way, what they're seeing, like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just humans. This isn't just teenagers. This isn't just babies. Like, this isn't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what this is. Because if we all grew up in the fucking jungle, you know, like, it's different. I'm sorry for the people who can't ask for anything or let anyone help them, because every time your parents did, they used it against you in every situation possible. You know, that stays with you, you know, that stays with people. You know what I'm saying? And they can't have somebody have that advantage over them. They can't have somebody use that against them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have that power. They gotta do everything, because they can't allow somebody to hurt them. Not again. You know, they just can't happen. You know, they can't trust themselves, you know, because at that time they didn't think they would get out of it mentally, you know, whatever. So they feel like if they go back into that place, into that situation, into that mental space, that they won't be able to get out of it again. They won't, you know, this and that. And all they're doing is running as fast as they fucking can. They're running. They haven't dealt with this mental. They haven't dealt with this situation. They're just running. They're running as fast as they can. And anytime they're presented with a similar situation, they push back. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it happens. You know what I'm saying? And if you face this shit, and if you evaluate this shit, you know what I'm saying? If you really understand that, you know, the help is just the help. You know what I'm saying? The help isn't attached with, you know, foundationally, you know, of, you know, the help, the only example of help isn't what your parents, you know, those so-called parents showed you, you know, gave you. You know what I'm saying? There's so many examples of help. There's so many ways people help others, you know, use help. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You know what I'm saying? But you have it as that is the only example. You know what I'm saying? That is the only way people use help. You know, and it's like, you know, without you evaluating, without you even trying to see, you know what I'm saying, how others use it, or this and that, you know, your mental stays, you know, the same. Because it's like, what else do you have? What else have you given yourself in order to now, you know, see it differently? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you steadily, you know, you're running from yourself. You're running from healthy situation, healthy relationships, healthy interactions, you know, and you're living this horrible life, you know, running from something that you haven't dealt with, running from, like, you haven't dealt with, like, you know, within a little sense of dealing with those so-called parents, you know, in years. Sorry for the people who had one parent make them believe the other parent was so horrible, then you later realizing they're both messed up. Because that parent that tells you how the other is so horrible, but is still with that parent, stands by that parent, allows it to happen, doesn't get you out of the situation. And if they left that parent, good. But them themselves also treat you bad, doesn't accept you, try to understand you. They invalidate your feelings. It's like they manipulate us into thinking they're on our side so they can have us forever. Because they're like, I've always been there and tried to help. Nah, like, and both parents say horrible things about each other, play the victim, make you choose, not realizing what that does to a person. There's no side to pick because you can't trust either. So you're just stuck. They both treated you like crap, have years of healing to do from what they've done to you, and they don't want to hear that. Our life is hard enough because of y'all, not including school/jobs, dealing with people, etc. Too much weight that we didn't ask for. And sometimes the parent that the one parent is speaking horribly about may not be as bad like the one parent made them out to be. They may actually care and support you. You've just been manipulated into thinking otherwise and shown no effort towards that relationship because of it. Like, the less experienced you thinks this is how relationship goes and uses that as a guide. Yeah. You know, like, and that's the huge, just blindly allowing, whoever to guide you, to shape your mental, to shape how you feel about a situation, relationship, person. You know what I'm saying? You gotta evaluate what's being said, how someone's treating you, what's their actions like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just allow, this person to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? You also gotta evaluate them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you're kind of allowing it because you're like, you're like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So when it's somebody talking, like fuck them also, then it's like, it's this um, relate thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, it's like you, if it is, you know what I'm saying, fuck them, it's like you're not even on that. You know what I'm saying? You're not even worried about them, to that extent. You know what I'm saying? So them come to you, complain about them, talk about them, how horrible this is and that. It's like you gotta evaluate that because what are they showing you? You know what I'm saying? They showing you complain, talk about this, and that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you just stay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these words, you know what I'm saying, are nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're powerless, because within action, you're still staying. Within action, you know what I'm saying, you still fucking with them. Within action, you know what I'm saying, this is what you're doing. So if you, just follow that, then like I say, unless you experience you're fucked. Because like I say, when you go into other situations, relationship, this and that, you're less experienced and you're looking for the experience that you do have, and that's the experience you're gonna go to. And it's horrible how we can all hear our parents argue. In our minds, we think when we hear some type of banging or silence, or they say something like get away or don't touch me or something, like something's happened or about to happen. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine that. You're supposed to be in a home. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be in a safe, comfortable environment. And you're in an environment where all hell is breaking loose. You're in an environment where you're on edge. You're in an environment where, 10 toes every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? You're in an environment every time you hear something. You know what I'm saying? You're in an environment where every day it's going to be something. And you're just, waiting for who is it going to be? What is it going to be about? How intense is it going to be? What extreme is it going to go to? That you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, this is the environment you're living in. You know what I'm saying? And it's draining you, and it's and you have this fear in you, and you hate being there. You know what I'm saying? And you just, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible every day. Every day. It did not matter. Every day. It was something. You had to watch what you say. You had to watch what you do. You had to watch the face you made. It did not matter what you did, what face you made, what you said, how you moved, the way you walked, the sounds you made. It did not matter. It was up to them and how they were feeling and what they were up and what they felt like they wanted to do to you, regardless of the day. Regardless, it's gonna be every day, just about when. Regardless. That is a horrible situation, a very unhealthy situation. And it's like, like, it's like, how do you expect a human to deal with that? How do you expect a human to react to that? How do you expect, you know what I'm saying? It's like, 3 years later, how do you expect a human to be? When a human is so-called away from it, how do you expect, do you expect the human to move on? Do you expect, like what is expected of that behavior, of that environment? What is the point of it? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it's not about you. It's not about it's just about them. It's just about what they're feeling and what they want to act on, regardless of how you deal with it, regardless of how you react to it, regardless of how this and that, regardless of your mental, regardless of how it makes you feel. It doesn't matter. It isn't about you. And it's just like, I don't know, there's too many, so many, examples of this type of behavior, of these type of environments being created, of these type of things happening, and it's just, there's nothing being done about it, little to nothing, it's, certain shit and certain, so, but there's little to nothing being done about it, it's still seen as, this so-called normal. It's still seen as this, it may be seen as this, oh, it's not okay, but, just deal with it. It's been, observed and evaluated, but all this, solution-wise of people is just ways to cope with it. How to be so-called within the situation, things to do within the situation, and it's like, Billy and Phineas' parents understood what their kids liked for the most part. And they were like, if you're making/playing music, you don't have to go to bed. They listened to them and encouraged them to do what they want. Obviously, am I there? No, Obviously, it's just from, Billy or Phineas or, Maggie or Patrick. I think that's their names. I don't know. And then it's like, and within saying that, does that come with, Billy is an asshole? Does that come with Phineas is is the worst person you can ever meet? No. Because there's so many people, who say, oh, well, this is discipline. This is what makes you a good person. This is, that's the reasons why they do these things they're doing. But it's like, in that case, for Billy and Phineas to have, some freedom of doing this, for Billy to be able to cuss, for Billy to be able, for Phineas to be able to go do, like in order for, these things, they must be horrible people, correct? And like, that's just not true, to situations, and it's just like, you're learning to get to know a person, you're learning to getting to know a person, you're getting to know your child. You don't know your child. You don't know that person, and you may know a version of that person, when that person hasn't created another version of themselves, or hasn't gotten to know themselves in another way, or created certain, so it's like, do you hold on to that version? No, like, this is, or you're getting to know more things, about that person, or newer things about that person, different parts about that person. And when you, get to know that they enjoy, music, within, their parents just being them and playing music, and, playing music like, fucking playing music wise, what is it called? Like, just playing music. The fuck is that called? Like, playing music on a fucking, on the radio or some shit. Fucking CD player. Like, some shit like that. And actually, cause Cause I think, right, don't she play the piano? Cause didn't she teach them how to? I don't fucking know. They play instruments. That's how I could have deciphered it. And play instruments. Play the music and play instruments. Regardless. You know what I'm saying? Just them being them and them, you know what I'm saying, being kind and them treating others a certain way and them, you know, communicating a certain way and you know what I'm saying? Like them just being them and, you know, their children, you know, got influenced by certain things, got inspired by certain things, and they were aware, you know, and were looking to evaluate, you know what I'm saying, their child and this, and that, you know, and they saw music, you know what I'm saying? So they allowed them to, you know, stay up and, you know, play music. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it was the, you know, the always, you know, the go to bed thing, this, and that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you're there doing, you know, what you want to be doing and at any time you can stop doing what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, within me and playing video games, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, turn off the fucking video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what else you do, but you gotta turn off the fucking game. Like, it's like you don't go to sleep, or you go to sleep, turn the game, go to sleep, but like it didn't, you know, I could go and, you know, do something else and still be up and everybody so-called know and you know, it wouldn't matter because I'm not on the so-called game, you know, like, you know, I don't know, but it's like, you know, I would be able to be on the game, you know, I would be able to, you know, it's like, that's how you practice, you know, the thing that you're, you know, falling in love with, the thing that you want to do, the thing that has grabbed your attention, you know what I'm saying, your interest, you know what I'm saying, and that's how you know what I'm saying, grow within that thing because you're able to do it. You know, there's so many things, you know, there's so many people were so hooked on when they were less experienced or during a less experienced time or whatever, you know, and, you know, nowadays they talk about how they used to do this and that, how they used to love this and that because, you know, they were dragged away from it because, you know, they had to do this and that because, you know, school, you know, cause they had to get a job, cause, you know, all these other responsibilities flooded in, you know what I'm saying, and not just from, you know, so-called, you know, life or this and that, you know, so much of it, you know, could have been, you know, what the parents put on, what this, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, it's so situational, but, you know, because they weren't able to, you know, practice, you know, they weren't able to really enjoy the journey, enjoy the process of it. You know, and it's like, you know, within those certain things, you know what I'm saying, give them another try. You know what I'm saying? You now be in control of, you know, doing those things and when you do those things and when you want to do those things and, you know, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, especially, you know, like I say, evaluate those times and see the things you wanted to do and now make time for them. You know, now try those things, you know, now do those things again, you know, but finally under your control, finally under, you know, whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it, you know, and it's like, that's huge. Like, parents do one nice thing and you feel so bad and want to forget everything. Then they hurt you again and again. Shit just on repeat, not healthy. You know, it's you know, it's gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. You know, you keep repeating, You're just in this cycle of shittiness, and then it's this one, you know, thing of like, you know, niceness. Like, you cannot, you know, pedestal niceness, shittiness down here, you know what I'm saying? You can't praise, you know, niceness and demonize, you know, the shittiness. You gotta evaluate what is, you know what I'm saying? And you know what your body's feeling, you know what I'm saying? Your body is hurting, your body is feeling like shit, you know what I'm saying? You know why, you know what I'm saying? You know when it hits, you know, because you could be chilling, doing whatever and feeling a certain way, and then when whatever happens, you know, oh, now I'm feeling like this. And why? Because this shit just happened. Parents, I'll never hurt us more than anybody else. I'll do anything for you, never does anything for us. When others do something for us, we get attached because we feel we don't deserve it. I'll always love you, even though they're very abusive. They put in your mind that they've always loved you, so you come to believe that this is a form of love. So you get into other relationships that are also abusive, but it's really no different than when you were less experienced. So you stay. You know, it's just a life full of lies. You know. It's just a life full of lies from, you know, these people with the label of parent, from what society says people with the label of parents are, from what society says love is, from, you know, it's just, you know, it's a life of lies. You know, like, I don't. Oh shit! I guess usually when you yawn up, usually that's like, I don't know, more flow. I went down and that shit like shit kind of like got caught. But it's like, yeah, you know, like. You know how, you know, some people be like, you know, they get married to somebody, they like, oh, that person reminds me of your dad, remind me of your mom, remind me of, you know, this, and that. And it's like, you know, they look for, you know, their dad in certain people. They look for, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the guide. You know, this is the guide, and this is what you use. The pain of your disapproval. Parents don't understand that shit fucks with people. You know, it's so many people waiting for the, you know, the little nod, waiting for the little smile, waiting for the I'm proud of you, waiting for the approval. Chasing it. You know, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, all your life chasing it for no fucking reason. If you aren't doing for you, I mean, if you doing for you and, you know, they not fucking with you, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, situational. But it's like within this shit, you don't gotta change you to fucking get them to fuck with you and try all these different things to see how can they fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you could sit down and fucking ask them, how can I get your approval? And they can tell you word for word, and you can go do that word for word, and they still wouldn't give you the fucking approval. It's up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you trying to beat somebody at their own game. It's their fucking game. They gonna change the rules up whenever they want. They gonna say, no, this is how you win actually, and not that way. And you know what I'm saying? Like obviously situation, you know, some people create games and that's what it is. It's set in stone and that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? But some people, you know what I'm saying, like they'll abuse that power. They tell us doesn't matter what you feel on the inside, is what shows up on the surface that counts. Just to fit in or please others. Sad. Homer. Homer. Yeah, I mean, this is how people have been trained. This is what people have been practicing. Just others, you know, just worrying about everybody else and how everybody else sees you and perceives you, and you know what I'm saying, how do they talk about you, and You know, like that's what so many been raised on. That's what so many still carry. That's what still like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people get this family name bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the family name. Like what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like listen, like unhealthy, healthy, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you do, like who gives a fuck what the fuck they over there talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like you feeling something on the inside, you know what I'm saying? You evaluate that shit and you decide this and that, you know, and you express that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we could talk about, you know, what it is or why or, you know, this and that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, expressing what you feel others want to see, what you feel others want to this and that. Like, what are you feeling? Express that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I say they because one of my so-called parents let it happen. So meaning they basically agreed with it. At first I understood they were abused and bullied into being harder, not caring how we felt, being told you siding with the kids, not me. Other so-called parent says that hurts other so-called parent. Made this one feel Other so-called parent made this one feel guilty and they felt bad for them even though they were abusing all of us, talking to us like shit, physically abusing me and so-called sibling. The other person manipulated them and they finally started siding with them. Stop standing up for us. Just let it all happen. I tried to talk, communicate how that's fucked, how that hurt, how we could all leave, but no. They wanted to stay, tried to say sorry, this and that, but no action. Always behind the other person's back. So then I saw there's no different. They're no different. Gaslighting. Huge. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, within all of these words, you know what I'm saying? It was just manipulation. It was just, you know, like I say, gaslighting. You know, to make, you know what I'm saying, you know, make me believe, you know, whatever they're saying, you know, may believe that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I can't, you know, I can't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't, I just, yeah, I mean, I can't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? There's no conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously within, you know, maybe an understanding of, you know, hey, why don't you agree with it? Hey, you know, what about this is abusive? Hey, what's making you feel that, you know what I'm saying, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you aren't going to try to begin to understand that or, you know, really see what is and see how this is affecting this and see how this is unhealthy and see how, if you feel it's unhealthy, then, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, you know, who wants to be in an unhealthy situation? Who wants to be around unhealthy people? Who wants to be in an unhealthy relationship? Who wants to, you know what I'm saying, disrespect themselves? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, parents didn't let you go anywhere when you were less experienced. You were in your room all the time, forced to, like didn't explore or talk to others. So now you don't know how and are scared and are too scared of what's out there, especially now with the internet and reading all this scary shit. Huge. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to. You don't know how to interact with others. You don't know you don't know about social cues or how to pick them the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, be in a certain situation. You don't know how to, you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, you don't know how because you don't have experience. You haven't practiced it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, you know, you feel this fear about the idea. Of course you feel so uncomfortable when you may be in those certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, you feel everyone else does know or this and that, but it's like you gotta feel what you feeling because you feeling it and because of experience wise and this and that and what you practice, not because of what you feel others may be like or know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because them motherfuckers may have not have known 2 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying, but have been out there, practicing it, and interacting with others and this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when you get to comparing, it's just, you don't know enough, and you don't know that person and you don't know their experiences and situations, you know what I'm saying? So it will always be tough, you know what I'm saying? And it'll never be your situation, you know what I'm saying? You'll never be that person. You know what I'm saying? So, within that, understand that, hey, I was in my room all the fucking time. Whether you decided or whether, forced to or, whatever the situation, that's what is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I may know how to communicate with myself, but around others or this and that, I don't. So, I have this want of wanting to, now go communicate or whatever. And, I want to be out there. I want to explore. I want to do things. I want to, so I got to just go do them, and it's like, then that, is a whole different journey. But it's like, if you can't evaluate and understand why when you go out or why when you're thinking of going out that you feel this pressure in your fucking chest, you know what I'm saying, then you're always going to allow that pressure in your chest to stop you and control you. Chore is dumb as fuck. Everybody can do the same damn thing, just refuse. Everybody can clean, take out trash, put stuff in fridge, freezer. I mean, so many things. Like, why do people think certain people gotta have certain jobs within the household? So stupid. Another form of separation and not working together. Like, there's so many things. Another form of separation and not working together. Like, it's like that could be such a fun activity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it can be so enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? The process, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, however y'all are within the situation, music playing, you know what I'm saying? Fucking a show, podcast, a film, shit, just quiet, shit, talking about whatever, shit, creating a game within it, there's so many, what I'm saying, things that, you could do with that, and, just an activity that y'all do together, you know what I'm saying, a thing that y'all, take pride in, a thing that y'all help each other out in, a thing, like, it's just, it shouldn't be this, job. It shouldn't be this, it shouldn't be this rah-rah about it. It shouldn't be this, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you weren't able to, do this, I got you, you know what I'm saying? And not, talking about it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just doing it, obviously, if it's consecutive, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, they not feeling this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that opens that up, and that, like, this is, this is what it is, this is coming together, this is working together, you know what I'm saying? Within that working together, people are able to see, you know what I'm saying, what they prefer doing, you know what I'm saying, what they have more practice in, more knowledge in, you know what I'm saying, where, they rather be, where they're better at, where, you know what I'm saying, what they can practice at, what they, can learn about, what they can, you know what I'm saying, like this is it, and then, each can know what it takes to, you know what I'm saying, do this, what it takes to do that, you know what I'm saying, so much more appreciation, you know what I'm saying, so much, it's like, those are, huge things, having those experiences, going through those experiences, and, you know what I'm saying, being in each other's presence, enjoying each other's presence, and, creating positive things, creating healthy things, creating things to come together. When kids are less experienced, you can teach them how to ski, swim, ride a bike, sign language, a language so easily because there's little to no pushback of like their own thoughts in a way or a way to do it. Like it's fresh mind and they listen and do it. I don't know, hard to explain, definitely situational. Same with racism. You teach them when less experienced, they want to listen to their parents, be like them and the people around, so they do it and get rewarded for it. And when they do the opposite, they get punished, so it must be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yay, such a good job. You know, like they want to do it more. They want to, you know, let's do this. Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they say, you know, hey, you know, something opposite of, you know, racism or something opposite of, you know, what you're, you know, telling them to do, whatever, you know, then, you know, they're not getting praise, you know, or, you know, praise, I mean, they're not getting a good job, you know what I'm saying? They're getting punished, they're getting yelled at, they're getting, you know, beaten, they're getting, you know what I'm saying, hit, they're, you know, and it's like, you know, well, I don't want to get hit, you know, I don't want to get yelled at, I don't want to make, you know, mommy and daddy upset, you know, so it's a I'm not gonna do that, you know, so you just, you know, that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know, I don't think a lot of people really understand that less experienced shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're teaching them motherfuckers how to ski, like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, people who know how to ski, you know what I'm saying, some can say, you know, well, you know, skiing is just, like, it's like, regardless, learning something, you know what I'm saying, is tough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't know how to do something, you know, and there's a way to go about doing it, you know, so it's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning how to ride a fucking bike. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just huge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, like I say, there's no pushback, you know? And really, I don't understand the reason, like, why it's, you have a child, you put them in swim lessons. Like, I don't, like, what is that for? You know what I'm saying? Like really, like, well, like, what's the point of swim lessons? What's the point of putting them in swim like, obviously the point of, hey, swim. But a baby? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and say the baby come the best floating doggy paddle baby, because the bitch not swimming. I don't, you know what I'm saying? What, they're gonna remember that when they ate? Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the point of that, you know. And listen, you know, I used to play into the I don't know how to swim, I'm black thing, ha ha ha, you know, because that was, you know, so-called, you know, funny or whatever. But it's like, I mean, you know, within the body parts you have, you know, is different for everybody, you know, this and that, you know what I'm saying? But motherfucker, swim. You know, are there different ways of swimming? Sure. But motherfucker, just swim. You know, within stamina and how long you can go in, you know what I'm saying, the type of water maybe, or, you know, listen, is there a shit situation? Is, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course. But you drowning, not because you don't know how to swim. You drowning because you fucking panicking. Your mind is fucking going wild. You're not even fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, settling down and evaluating, like, you know, like, you not even, you so much, using so much energy of trying to, you know what I'm saying, go up or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they be doing, you know, like in the films or whatever, they, you know, doing all that shit, and it's like, if you, and fucking kind of just stay afloat, kick your feet, or maybe drop down, you know what I'm saying, depending how deep or whatever, or you can still drop down and fucking, you know what I'm saying, like, use your force to get up, and you can just stay up a little bit, maybe catch your breath, and then you can start doggy paddling, or you can start swimming and make your way, like you drown because of you. Like, this isn't, like I say, you know, lifeguards, I don't understand the reason of it. There's no point of a fucking lifeguard. How are you drowning? Like, and if you can't swim, so called, get out the fucking water. If you can't, you know what I'm saying, stand up in it. Get out the fucking water. Like, why there has to be a job where somebody gotta save your stupid ass? You don't know how to operate a fucking vehicle. You're not finna get in the fucking vehicle and hop on the fucking road. Get out the fucking water. Like, there's too many things that's been created to save people ass for being dumb as fuck. Y'all are allowing them to be dumb as fuck. Y'all are telling them this dumb as fuck is okay. Catering to these motherfuckers. What are you doing? You do not know how to swim. Why are you in the water? You want to go be in the water? Teach yourself how to fucking swim. Go to a swim lesson where you can actually now fucking learn. And go do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying swimming is, you know what I'm saying, so-called, you know, this easy thing. You know what I'm saying? Pushing through water, this is, you know what I'm saying, within, you know, the sport, you know what I'm saying, that becomes level of speed, of endurance, of stamina, of, you know what I'm saying, like, but, you know, foundationally, you know what I'm saying, it's swimming. Now, is it, you know, like I say, speed, endurance, you know, stamina, you know, the different forms, and, you know what I'm saying, like, that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? There's levels, of course, you know what I'm saying, but we talking about basic controls, these are basic controls. You know what I'm saying? Within a lot of shit, you know, that you want to list that are sports, that are difficult, that are, you know, basic controls, you know what I'm saying? People, like, you know what I'm saying? We there. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, like, come on. I don't know, that's just wild to me. It's crazy how, like, cause I went to Walmart, and, like, you know, it was raining. It was, I think it's calmed down a little bit, definitely, but it's like, I mean, it's like this, like, you know what I'm saying, like, obviously, you know, situational. I don't want to get wet, but it's like, when it's raining, I'm gonna get wet. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? You got all these people standing at the door because it's raining. What the fuck? Y'all gonna wait till it stop raining? And if y'all that afraid of that motherfucker, y'all wasn't looking at the forecast, or did the forecast not predict that? Or whatever that forecast shit is. If you that afraid, you don't always got an umbrella on you? You don't keep it on you? Like, what are you doing? It's rain. Like, I don't know. That just, like, it's like, you know, I've obviously seen it before and see the way people, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and like, I'm sitting right here, like, am I fucking, you know what I'm saying, soaked? Did I come home and get a towel? And no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, air that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause listen, that's my job shit. We re-wear that shit. We re-wear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you feeling so about water and you want to so-called rewash and put them in water, you want to do that, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think it's rain. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like when it's hot, like do you not? Is it too hot? Like when it's cold, is it too cold? Like I don't know. It's like there's so many things that we like why we gotta treat rain bad? Why rain gotta have this horrible experience attached to it? Why and for the reasons given, it's like it don't seem like rain is the problem. Shit, we all need to go play in the rain. You know. Evaluate, work, change, grow. Evaluate, work, change, grow.